Welcome, everyone. Today, I want to talk about something that many of us experience but often feel we have to face alone: the fear of public speaking. If you've ever stood in front of an audience, heart racing, hands trembling, and voice wavering, you're not alone. I've been there too, and I want to share a little insight that has helped me turn that fear into fuel. First, let's acknowledge that fear is a completely normal reaction. Every great speaker, every inspiring leader, and every successful achiever has felt that same rush of anxiety at some point in their journey. It's a universal experience, and recognizing that can be incredibly empowering. Instead of viewing fear as a barrier, we can see it as a sign that we care about what we're doing. It means we're stepping out of our comfort zones, and that's where growth happens. What truly matters is not the fear itself, but how we choose to respond to it. We have a choice. We can let fear silence us, or we can let courage guide us. I've learned to embrace that courage, to remind myself that every presentation is an opportunity to connect with others. It's not about being flawless. It's about being authentic. People don't want a perfect performance. They want to feel a genuine connection. They want to see the real you, with all your quirks and imperfections. When I step onto that stage or into that meeting room, I take a deep breath and remind myself of my purpose. I'm not there to deliver a perfect speech. I'm there to share my ideas, my passion, and my story. I focus on the message I want to convey and the impact I hope to have on my audience. This shift in perspective transforms my fear into excitement. Instead of worrying about what could go wrong, I think about the potential for connection and understanding. So, the next time you find yourself feeling scared before a presentation, remember that it's okay to feel that way. Acknowledge your fear, but don't let it define you. Choose courage. Embrace the opportunity to connect with others. You have something valuable to share, and your voice matters. Thank you for joining me today and for being part of this journey. If you found this message helpful, consider following or subscribing for more insights and encouragement. Together, let's continue to grow and support one another in overcoming our fears and achieving our goals. You've got this. Today, let's dive into a powerful journey that many of us experience, especially when we step into the world of movies and TV. It's that moment when fear creeps in, just before we take the stage or hit the record button. But what if I told you that this fear, rather than being a barrier, can actually be a catalyst for growth? When I push through that fear, something amazing happens. I grow. I learn. I discover strengths I didn't even know I had. Each presentation, each challenge, and every step into the unknown adds another layer of confidence to who I am becoming. It's like peeling back the layers of an onion. With each layer removed, I reveal a little more of my true self. Fear can feel overwhelming, but it's essential to recognize that it's not our enemy. In fact, fear is a teacher. It shows us the places where we can rise, the areas where we can improve, and the moments where courage can shine the brightest. Think about it. Every time you face a challenge, you're given an opportunity to learn something new about yourself. You might stumble, but that's part of the process. Each misstep is a stepping stone toward mastery. Imagine the characters in your favorite films or shows. They often face insurmountable odds, yet they push through their fears. They remind us that vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a strength. When they confront their fears, they not only grow but inspire us to do the same. We see them transform, and in those moments, we realize that we, too, can embrace our fears and turn them into fuel for our journey. As I remind myself, the audience is not here to judge me. They are here to connect with my story. They want to see authenticity, passion, and the rawness of human experience. When I approach my challenges with this mindset, I find that the fear dissipates. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, I shift my attention to what could go right. I envision the impact my words or performance can have on others, and that thought alone ignites a fire within me. So, the next time you feel that familiar flutter of fear, take a moment to breathe, acknowledge it, but don't let it hold you back. Embrace it as a part of your journey. Remember, every great story is filled with moments of fear and triumph. By pushing through, you're not just growing for yourself, you're paving the way for others to do the same. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of fear and growth. If you found this message inspiring, I'd love for you to follow along for more insights and stories. Together, Let's continue to embrace our fears and transform them into something beautiful. Today, I want to share a powerful realization that has transformed the way I approach challenges, especially when it comes to standing in front of others. You see, every time I step onto a stage or into a room filled with faces, I'm reminded of a profound truth. Courage isn't about being fearless. It's about moving forward, even when fear is right there beside you. I'll be honest, every time I feel those butterflies in my stomach, I used to think it was a sign of weakness. But now, I understand that those nerves are a reflection of my passion and commitment. They show that I care deeply about what I'm about to share. It's a sign of growth, not a hindrance. Think about it. Even the most iconic speakers in history started where we all do, nervous, uncertain, and sometimes doubting their own abilities. They faced their fears head-on, and instead of letting anxiety hold them back, they used it as fuel. They practiced relentlessly, spoke from the heart, and believed in their message. And guess what? Their voices didn't just resonate, they changed the world. So, why can't that be true for you and me? Every time we push through our fears, we're taking a step toward becoming the best version of ourselves. It's about embracing the discomfort and recognizing that it's part of the journey. Each time we speak up, we're not just sharing our thoughts. We're contributing to a larger conversation. We're inspiring others to find their own voices too. Imagine standing in front of an audience, feeling that familiar flutter of nerves. Instead of shrinking back, you take a deep breath and remind yourself of all the times you've overcome challenges before. You think of the people who have inspired you, who have shown you that vulnerability can be a strength. You realize that your story matters, that your perspective is unique, and that you have the power to make a difference. So, the next time you find yourself in a situation that makes your heart race, remember this: it's okay to feel afraid. It's okay to be nervous. What matters is that you choose to move forward anyway. Embrace that courage within you and let it guide you. You are capable of amazing things, and your voice deserves to be heard. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this message resonates with you and encourages you to face your fears head-on. If you found this inspiring, consider following or subscribing for more uplifting content. Let's continue this journey together, supporting one another as we grow and thrive.
Today, let's dive into a powerful idea that can transform our lives and our perspectives. Have you ever felt that twinge of fear when facing something new? Maybe it's stepping onto a stage, sharing your story, or pursuing a dream that feels just out of reach. If you've felt that way, you're not alone. But here's the thing: if others can rise from their fears to achieve greatness, so can we. Think about it. Every great performer, every inspiring leader, every person who has ever dared to chase their dreams has faced fear. They've stood in front of an audience that made their hearts race, just like we do. But what sets them apart is their ability to transform that fear into fuel. The stage that scares me today will be the stage that strengthens me tomorrow. Each time we confront our fears, we build resilience. We learn, we grow, and we become stronger. Imagine the audience that intimidates you now. What if, instead of seeing them as a source of anxiety, you viewed them as a source of inspiration? Each person in that audience has their own story, their own struggles, and their own dreams. They're not just there to judge, they're there to connect, to relate, and to be moved. When we shift our perspective, we can turn that intimidation into motivation. Little by little, moment by moment, we are transforming. Every small step we take towards our goals is a victory. It's a testament to our courage and our commitment to growth. Fear may feel overwhelming at times, but it's important to remember that it doesn't have to define us. As we face our fears, we begin to see them for what they truly are: opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Confidence doesn't come from being perfect, it comes from being persistent. It's about showing up, even when it's hard. It's about taking that leap of faith, knowing that each attempt brings us closer to our dreams. Persistence is our greatest ally. It's the steady drumbeat that keeps us moving forward, even when the path seems daunting. So, why not you? Why not take that step today? Embrace the fear, lean into the discomfort, and let it guide you toward greatness. Remember, every moment spent in fear is a moment that can lead to incredible transformation. You have the power to change your narrative, to rewrite your story, and to inspire others along the way. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you feel motivated to face your fears and pursue your dreams with renewed vigor. If you found this message inspiring, consider following or subscribing for more uplifting content. Together, let's continue to rise and shine.
Today, I want to talk about something that resonates with all of us, especially when we find ourselves in the spotlight, whether it's on stage, in front of a camera, or even just sharing our thoughts with friends. You know that feeling when your hands start to shake and your voice quivers? It can be unsettling, but I want to remind you that this is not a sign of weakness. In fact, it's strength in disguise. That nervous energy coursing through you is a powerful reminder that you care deeply about what you're doing. It's proof that you're alive and engaged in something bigger than yourself. Instead of allowing that energy to overwhelm you, consider this. You have the ability to channel it. You can transform fear into fuel, anxiety into action, and pressure into power. Think about it, every moment you spend on stage or in front of an audience is an opportunity to train your courage. Each time you face that fear, you're not just confronting it, you're building resilience. Every stumble you experience is a lesson in balance, teaching you how to regain your footing and keep moving forward. It's in those moments of vulnerability that we discover our true strength. When you feel that familiar flutter of nerves, take a deep breath and remind yourself of your purpose. Why are you here? What message do you want to share? Let that clarity guide you. Embrace the energy that comes with stepping outside your comfort zone. It's a sign that you're pushing boundaries and growing as a person. Remember, even the most seasoned performers experience those jitters. They've learned to harness that energy, turning it into a driving force that propels them to new heights. You can do the same. Each time you step into the spotlight, you're not just showcasing your talents. You're also inspiring others to confront their own fears. So, the next time you feel that tremor in your hands or that quiver in your voice, don't shy away from it. Embrace it. Let it remind you of your passion and your commitment to your craft. You are capable of amazing things, and every challenge you face is a stepping stone on your journey. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this message resonates with you and encourages you to embrace your own moments of vulnerability. If you found this helpful, consider following or subscribing for more uplifting content. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Let's keep supporting each other as we step boldly into our futures, where we dive deep into the stories that inspire us and the characters that challenge us. Today, I want to talk about something that resonates with all of us: growth through challenges, especially in the world of film and television. Every time we watch a character face their fears, we're reminded that strength isn't built in comfort zones. It's forged in the fires of adversity. Think about your favorite films. The heroes we admire didn't become great by avoiding obstacles. They faced them head-on. Just like our muscles grow through resistance, our confidence flourishes when we confront what scares us. Imagine standing on a stage, the spotlight shining bright, your heart racing as you prepare to share your story. It's daunting, isn't it? But with each presentation, each moment of vulnerability, we become stronger, sharper, and braver. This is the essence of growth. It's about welcoming the challenge, embracing the discomfort, and recognizing that every fear we conquer today becomes a victory we carry for life. In the realm of movies and TV, we see this journey in full time and again. Characters who stumble, fall, and rise again teach us invaluable lessons about resilience. They remind us that every mistake is not a setback but a stepping stone towards something greater. Each misstep is an opportunity to learn, to adapt, and to evolve. So, the next time you find yourself hesitating, remember that every great story is filled with moments of doubt and fear. It's how the characters respond that defines their journey. They don't shy away from the stage. They embrace it. They don't run from their challenges. They confront them with courage. And in doing so, they inspire us to do the same in our own lives. Let's take a page from their book. Let's welcome our challenges, whether they come in the form of a difficult project, a new role, or even a personal goal. Each time we step out of our comfort zones, we're not just facing our fears, we're building a foundation of strength that will support us in every aspect of our lives. Thank you for joining me today as we explored the power of growth through challenges in movies and TV. I hope you feel inspired to embrace your own journey, to welcome the stage, and to see every fear as a chance to grow. If you enjoyed this discussion, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more motivational content. Together, let's continue to celebrate the stories that inspire us to be our best selves. Welcome back, everyone. Today, I want to talk about something that resonates deeply with all of us: the power of courage in the face of fear. Have you ever felt that flutter of anxiety before speaking up, whether in a meeting, a classroom, or even in a casual conversation? It's a feeling we all know too well. But what if I told you that every time you stand up and speak, even when your heart races and your palms sweat, you're doing something extraordinary? When we choose to voice our thoughts and feelings, we're not just sharing our ideas, we're sending a powerful message to those around us. We're showing that fear doesn't have the final say. It's easy to let fear hold us back, to stay silent and blend into the background. But when we muster the courage to step forward, we become beacons of hope and inspiration for others. Imagine this: your small act of bravery could be the spark that ignites someone else's courage. When you speak up, you're giving permission for others to rise alongside you. You're creating a ripple effect that can lead to a wave of change. Each time you share your voice, you're not just advocating for yourself, you're paving the way for others to do the same. Think about the moments in your life when someone else's courage inspired you. Maybe it was a friend who shared their story, a leader who spoke passionately about a cause, or even a character in a movie who faced their fears head-on. These moments remind us that we're not alone in our struggles. They show us that vulnerability can be a strength, and that our voices matter. So, the next time you feel that familiar twinge of fear, remember that it's okay to feel afraid. Acknowledge it, but don't let it define you. Instead, take that small step forward. Speak your truth, share your ideas, and let your voice be heard. You might be surprised at the impact you can have not just on your own life, but on the lives of those around you. Thank you for joining me today and for being part of this incredible community. Your courage to engage and share your thoughts is what makes this space so special. If you found this message inspiring, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more uplifting content. Together, let's continue to rise, support one another, and create a world where everyone feels empowered to speak up. Until next time, keep shining your light.